Ever wondered why your green friends are losing their charm despite your best efforts? Well, you're not alone. Many plant lovers find themselves in a similar predicament. It could be due to a number of reasons. Perhaps you're overwatering them, or they're not getting enough sunlight. Maybe the soil type isn't right for them. These mistakes are surprisingly common and easy to make. But don't worry, we're here to help you out. Stay tuned as we unravel the secrets to perfect plant care. The first step in plant care is understanding your plant's needs. You see, not all plants are created equal. They come from different parts of the world, each with unique climates and conditions, and, as a result, have evolved to have different needs. Think about it. A cactus native to the arid deserts has entirely different requirements than, say, a fern that thrives in the humid undergrowth of a tropical rainforest. So it's essential to understand that the care you provide should be tailored to the specific needs of your plant. Let's talk about sunlight. Some plants bask in the full glory of the sun, while others prefer the softer, filtered light of the undergrowth. If you've ever noticed your plant's leaves turning yellow or getting burnt spots, it might be getting too much sun. On the other hand, if it's growing lanky and pale, it might be crying out for more light. Watering is another critical aspect to consider. Overwatering is a common cause of plant demise. Some plants need their soil to dry out completely before the next watering, while others prefer to remain consistently moist. Then there's the soil. The right soil can make all the difference. Some plants need a sandy, well-draining mix, while others require rich, loamy soil. Temperature and humidity are also key players. Some plants can handle a chill, while others need a stable, warm environment. Some plants love the moisture, others not so much. The point is, every plant has its own set of needs, and the key to a thriving plant is understanding and meeting those needs. This is why it's so important to do a bit of research about your plant before bringing it home. There's a wealth of knowledge out there, from books to online forums, and even your local nursery can be a great resource. Once you know what your plant needs, the next step is to create the perfect environment for it. But we'll save that for our next scene. Until then, happy researching. Creating the perfect environment for your plant is easier than you think. It's all about understanding what it needs and providing it. So let's dive in. Firstly, choosing the right location for your plant is paramount. Each plant has its preferred light conditions. Some plants love basking in the sunlight, while others do better in the shade. It's about finding a sweet spot where your plant can enjoy the light without getting scorched. Next up is choosing the right pot. The pot's size matters a lot. A pot that's too small can constrict your plant's roots, while a pot that's too big can lead to overwatering. The material of the pot also plays a role. Plastic pots hold on to moisture for longer, while clay pots are more breathable, allowing water to evaporate faster. The soil you use is another crucial factor. Different plants require different soil types. Some plants prefer soil that drains quickly, while others need soil that retains water. It's about finding the right soil that will provide your plant with the nutrients it needs while ensuring proper drainage. And then there's watering. Every plant has its own watering schedule. Some plants like their soil to be consistently moist, while others prefer to dry out between waterings. Overwatering is a common mistake, so it's important to research your plant's watering needs. Temperature and humidity also play a role in creating the perfect environment. Some plants thrive in cooler temperatures, while others need a warmer environment. Similarly, some plants prefer a humid environment, while others need a drier one. A key part of creating the perfect environment is observing your plant and making adjustments as necessary. Plants are living things and can respond positively or negatively to changes in their environment. With the right environment, your plant will thrive. But what about feeding it? Feeding your plant is just as important as watering it. Now you might be thinking, feeding? I thought plants make their own food. And you're right, they do. But just like humans, plants also need a balanced diet to grow strong and healthy. In the world of plants, this balanced diet comes in the form of nutrients. There are 3 primary nutrients that every plant needs: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen promotes healthy leaf growth by aiding in the production of chlorophyll, the stuff that makes plants green. Phosphorus is essential for the development of roots, flowers, seeds, and fruit. Potassium helps with disease resistance and water uptake. But how often should you be feeding these nutrients to your plant? Well, it depends on the type of plant, the quality of your soil, the season, and the plant's stage of growth. Generally, during the growing season, you should feed your plants every 4 to 6 weeks. Now, what happens if your plants don't get these nutrients? They'll start showing signs of nutrient deficiency. If your plant's leaves are turning yellow, it might be a sign of nitrogen deficiency. If the leaves are turning purple, it could be a phosphorus deficiency. And if the edges of the leaves are turning brown, it might be a potassium deficiency. But don't go overboard with the fertilizers. Too much of a good thing can also be harmful. Over-fertilization can lead to salt buildup, which can cause your plant's roots to dry out and even die. So remember, moderation is key. So if you want your plants to thrive, don't forget to feed them their essential nutrients. Whether it's a blooming flower, a fruit-bearing tree, or a leafy houseplant, they all need their nutrients to grow and flourish. Feeding your plant well will keep it healthy. But how can you tell if your plant is healthy? Well, that's what we're going to discuss next, so stay tuned. So, recognizing the signs of a healthy plant is crucial in plant care. It's like a report card from Mother Nature, signaling that your green thumb is indeed working. First off, let's talk about color. Healthy plants typically have vibrant, bright hues. If your plant is a lush, deep green or blooming with radiant flowers, that's a great sign. But remember, some plants naturally have different color patterns, so don't be alarmed if your plant isn't 50 shades of green. Next up, new growth. This is a surefire sign that your plant is thriving. You might notice new leaves sprouting, or perhaps your succulent is stretching out with fresh tendrils. This is your plant's way of saying, "Hey, I'm loving this care routine." But what lies beyond the surface is equally important. Strong, robust roots are the foundation of a healthy plant. They absorb nutrients and water, providing the lifeblood for your leafy friend. If you're repotting and notice thick, well-formed roots, give yourself a pat on the back. On the flip side, signs of an unhealthy plant might include yellowing leaves, wilting, or stunted growth. If you spot these, don't panic. It's simply a signal that your plant may need a little more TLC. Remember, plants are living beings, and like us, they have good days and bad days. So, don't be discouraged if you see signs of stress. Just keep learning, adjusting, and growing together with your plants. Knowing the signs of a healthy plant will help you understand if your care routine is working. So, are you ready to become a plant whisperer? Let's recap everything we've unraveled throughout this video. We started off by emphasizing the importance of understanding your plant's needs. Just like us, each plant is unique and requires different care, so it's crucial to familiarize ourselves with their individual needs and preferences. Next, we dove into creating the perfect environment for your plants. We talked about how factors like light, temperature, and humidity can affect your plant's growth and health. Remember, indoor and outdoor plants may require different environmental conditions. We then discussed feeding your plants, highlighting the importance of regular watering and providing the right nutrients. We also touched on how overfeeding can be just as detrimental as underfeeding. Lastly, we identified the signs of a healthy plant, such as vibrant color, steady growth, and the absence of pests or diseases. With these tips, you are now equipped to take better care of your plants. Happy gardening!